say, here at Kajun Special, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, bad credit. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let them have it.
I've got my dollars and I sit in my best offer.
We say yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem.
Hello, everyone, and welcome on this Thursday morning. How is everybody doing? First in the chat today to get that pie point, of course, is Mr. James, all the way from Mexico at Petit Adventures. How are you doing this morning, James? I see you active already in the chat. Good morning, hello, and welcome to Tom Cruise. Good to see you, Tom. Thrifty Junker, Adina, hello, good morning, and welcome to you as well. Paul, Value Reseller, hello. Yenzer Picker, hello. I will take care of that message you sent me today. I'll take care of that for you today. Let's see here. Good to see y'all. Paul, the thrifting sports guy. Hello. StreamYard is going wonky on me already. It had to tell me last night. There we go. Let's see. Mark, hello. Good morning and welcome. Blood, sweat, and sales. I always try to catch myself because I used to say blood, sweat, and tears until I realized I was saying it wrong. And so I always want to catch myself when I say that name. So thank you very much, Laura, for being here. Let's see. I think I'm getting caught up here by everybody. Veronica, hello, good morning and welcome. Good morning, and I want to say Tina, hello, good morning and welcome. Let's see. Whoa. Shipping to Mexico pretty expensive. He's been buying a lot from the grocery stores over there, so he's been doing pretty good, showing all that food he's been buying. Wendy, hello. I replied to your message on your Facebook group, Facebook page, so hopefully you got your response. Everybody's saying hello, you're welcome. And everybody is, yep, I'm caught up. So please give a large, warm welcome to the guest of today's show. You know him, you've been in his chats before, and also you may know him as our tool guy to go to kind of thing. And it is our special guest today, Blood, Sweat, and Sales, Mr. Leroy. Hello.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this morning?
I have something special for you, Leroy. Again, it's not required and necessary, but appreciate it. This is for you.
The dollars, let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let them have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem. Let them have it.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Nola Star Thrifter, hello, and welcome. And I believe you're from New Orleans or Louisiana too, because I know that name. I saw you in another chat, so welcome. Also, David Abear, welcome. Good to see you. And this chat's flying by. I'm trying to get you a wrench. There you go. All right. So if you have any questions for Leroy while I'm going through and telling everybody else hello, make sure you have questions, put them in the chat. Either put the word question in capital letters or put at Cajun Roots Reseller, so that way I can get to it for you and get that question asked for you. David Abear, hello, and everybody else is just saying hello to each other. And so with that being said, I want Leroy to go ahead and give a little speech kind of thing of what he does, how's his channel, and what is his source.
My husband, he has to work on Saturday. Could you do
it around? Oh, somebody's talking on the other side. Katie, hello. Amy, hello, and welcome. All right, so let Leroy go ahead and introduce himself to y'all and let him know a little bit about what he does in his channel. So go ahead, Leroy, and let everybody know about you.
Hey, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Johnny, first and foremost, thank you so much for letting me come on your show. I really appreciate it. We've been talking for about 2 years. Sometimes there was a little bit of a break in between, but we've known each other for a while. You actually live in the town that I used to work and grew up in that area, not too far. I grew up in Rhode Island. At this point, I live in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I sell mainly tools. So that's what my passion is. But I also sell a little bit of like other things. I like parts, and I say it weird because I'm from New England.
Love it though. I love it.
I like parts, like any kind of like home fixture parts. I was a union laborer for over 15 years, so I know a lot about a lot of the commercial tools and also commercial parts. that sometimes you'll find at yard sales that they're selling for like peanuts and they're worth like $80, $90 because people don't really realize what they have. I thrift mainly at estate auctions. People don't really know the difference sometimes, but it's not an estate sale, it's an estate auction. And I like to thrift at a couple local flea markets.
Okay. I'm getting your link to put it in the chat real quick so I can pin it at the top. That way, if anybody has not subscribed to Leroy, there's his link to his channel, as he is the guest for the day. And I think, again, thank you for coming on. I know we had a little issues back and forth trying to get you on and get you here. But you're here, and I'm thankful that you were able to make it. So my very first question is, because I know from day one, I've always known you dealt with parts or tools. What is the biggest thing that you would give somebody an advice on when looking for tools? Because I do know some tools, only because my dad was a mechanic and I was always right by his side learning, especially when he says, grab me this or that, and you got to remember what that and this is. So what is the best name brand tool that you usually deal with when sourcing?
Of course, you're going to get Snap-on, Mako, Klein tools, some DeWalt stuff. And again, guys, mainly it's hand tools. I don't do much with power tools, but I have been getting into chargers. You'll go to a state sale or a yard sale, and you'll see a charger with nothing with it, no drill. Well, that charger's like $3. Well, you're going to sell it online for like 10 to 15 bucks. One of the biggest things I can say is, if you don't really know about something, just buy it low and learn. So if you buy it for $2 and you only sold it for $3, or you didn't make any money on it, you didn't sell it at all, you learned. We all have to pay for college, and we all have to pay for certain education. So if you lose a little bit, it's okay. You're learning. Pick something up that doesn't look normal to you. People say to me, well, how do you know what to buy? First of all, I've been dealing with tools for over 20 years. But second of all, if I've never seen it, I'm picking it up. If I've never seen it, if I don't know what it is, I'm picking it up. I don't do much comps unless I'm really trying to just get a couple things in the bag so I can, have some stuff to list. But I don't do much on comps. And to be honest, a lot of my stuff that I sell on my store is between $15 and $8. If you look at my Instagram post that I did this morning, yesterday I sold 10 things. They weren't all $15 or $10. Some of them were a couple dollars more. But I do not mind bread and butter. I do not mind it. If I'm paying $1 for it and I'm selling for $9, I'm okay with that. Some people aren't, but I am.
Leroy does not like to talk about but his second best category is sports cards. So is that true?
For Paul, yes, that's true. No, it's not. It's not. And that's a funny thing. I don't really hear. I've been around the community for a long time, and that's a good point, Paul. Because Johnny, do you ever hear like what is your second best category? I never hear that much.
No, I don't. You're right.
Yeah, I like that, and one of us is going to have to steal that, Paul.
Yeah, really.
Because if I had to go with my second best, it'd be way over all you guys' heads, but it would be professional remote control cars.
Really?
So they have remote control cars. There is a huge circuit that they run all over the United States, all different cars, rock crawlers, and it's the commercial ones, not anything that you can't take apart.
Right.
So if it looks like it could come apart and there's chargers and all this like fancy stuff, a lot of times there'll be a little bit of money because people paid money for them. But some of the remotes by themselves are $200-300 used.
Just the remote?
Just the remote.
Wow.
Yeah, if you look at, I could tell you guys some names. I don't know how to spell them, but Team Associated, Lozy, HIP, there's a bunch of them, but look out for remote control cars. Some of them will have foam tires. Some of them will have knobby tires. Just look out for that stuff because there's good money in it, especially if you pot it out.
James has a question. Does Craftsman Tools still bring in a profit?
Yes. The short answer is yes. For me, no.
So what is the main brand, or is there any particular one brand that you always go to when it comes to tools, or do you just have any brand? Does it matter?
There's a few brands that if I see and it's under $5, I'm buying it. Klein tools. That's a lot of electrician tools. KD tools. Those are older tools that they have a lot of different types of pliers and tensioners. Mm-hmm. And there's also again Snap-on, but I'm getting picky with Snap-on. If it's a Snap-on socket or a swivel socket or impact socket, I'm grabbing it. If it's just a regular Snap-on Mako, I'm not really grabbing it.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, because I've heard in the past, and I know my father used to do, like, the Snap-ons would come to his shop or come to the house. Every now and then, if you had a tool that maybe had cracked or broken and somehow, they would exchange it for him. Yes. So if you were to purchase something from someone, whether it's a estate sale or in your situation, you do it by auctions, would you be able to still go in and get a exchange for a newer one if that happened and you purchased one like that?
I'm on my side of it. I don't waste my time with that stuff. Okay. Even with the Craftsman, I know a lot of my buddies, because I also do flea markets very often. So probably about 6 times a month, I'm setting up at the flea market. So a little over every week. So here in the South, I have a Monday market, a Wednesday market, a Thursday market, and Saturday and Sunday market within 30 miles.
Oh, okay. Now, my next question is, I know sometimes when I go to different places, I see a lot of tools, but they're dirty. Yep. Do you still pick those up and clean them yourself before you do? And if so, how do you clean your tools?
I see so many of my friends in the chat. I want to say hi, but we're interviewing. Mainly, I don't spend a lot of time on them. I really don't spend a lot of time on them. I try to clean them quick. I have a wire brush. So if you get they have like the grinding wheels. So I have a grinding wheel with a buffing wheel on one side and a brass wheel on the other side, and I'll clean them quick. I also have a solution that's like some kind of a chemical that I use. But the thing that I always I'm not saying it in a mean way, but like that I always swear by, I'm not swearing, but that I always swear by is foam cleaner. So if you get bathroom foam cleaner, tire foam cleaner, I love that stuff. I wish I could eat it. and a spray nozzle from an air compressor. So especially like I always try to tell people, when you do shoes and clothes, when you're cleaning and you're rubbing it in. If you spray it where it lifts it up, then you get an air compressor and you blow the dirt out.
Right.
Because if you're just scrubbing it back into a sneaker, you're just moving it around.
Yeah.
So if you spray it, that foam cleaner, it goes in and it pulls whatever soil, it pulls it up, and you'll see the foam cleaner comes out white, and you'll see spots that are brown. That means it pulled it out. Then I get an air compressor. You can buy so many different kinds of air compressors. I have a small air compressor that is a like a hobbyist one with just a small little nozzle. I keep it under my workbench. Right. And it's pretty quiet, and that's what I use. So if anybody ever tries that, please hit me up on Instagram, because I've been preaching this for a long time, and I feel like nobody's listening. Okay.
Tom has a question. How often do you pick up vintage hand tools at garage sales?
I sell usable, workable tools. When you get into some of the vintage Stanley planes and a lot of the hand drills, I don't really know much about them. But if they're in decent shape and I'm getting them for $4 or $5, I'm definitely gonna look into them. Stanley is, if you see Stanley on anything. I sold this little spring the other day. It was considered, I guess it's a depth finder for a drill. It said Stanley on it, and it had number 61, I believe. And I sold that thing for $23. And the only reason I picked it up because it said Stanley on it. So even some of those wood planes and some of that stuff you could sell as parts.
Right.
And I see you smiling at me because you know I'm in it right now because you're talking about tools.
Yep. Pelling Prophet has a question. Do you pick up axes? They are getting harder to find in our area.
I will walk right by them. I don't know enough about them.
Okay, so what I want to do right now, and I know this is important to you as well, you're welcome to go through and tell everybody hello. This is not necessarily always has to be completely interview type morning show. So you're welcome to tell everyone hello, however you want to do it. That's up to you. You're welcome to do so.
I don't want to skip any names out, and sometimes the reading the names is not the best. I did see Dante. I did see Dina. I did see Jennifer Hayes. And if there's any of you guys that I've seen Paul. If there's any of you guys that I missed or I see your screen name and I don't remember your personal name, then I apologize. That's it.
Roman says, hello, my friend Leroy. James says, do you pick up anvils? They're really, really heavy. I've never heard of that brand.
An anvil is that, well, you know what it is. So an anvil is a blacksmithing tool. So you know the Wild Coyote, I think it was in the cartoon.
Yes.
He used to drop that big metal thing.
Okay.
So that's an anvil. So do I pick up the big ones? If I ever got a big one, I would probably put it on Instagram and I would jump up and down and I'd be excited. I've never got one over about 50 pounds. But guys, do not sleep on the small ones. If you see them this big, do not sleep on them. I sell a ton of hammers, vices, small vices, anvils, and what I put in the listing is watchsmith, gunsmith, jeweler. And those things I can't keep them, especially my small hammers. If you see a small hammer, and it doesn't look cheap, it just looks older.
Right.
If you see a brass hammer, if you see a lead hammer, any of those hammers, grab them if they're $3 or $4. I'm not going to tell you guys that you're going to get $25.
Right.
But if you're willing to spend $1 to make $9, I wouldn't leave them behind.
Exactly. Jennifer says, that's right. You better not forget to say hi to me. I love it. Let's see. Finally, YouTube has removed one of my subs today instead. That'll happen on a regular basis. So, but everybody, don't forget to put your links in the chat. I know Jennifer's in here and I know James is in here, but you're more than welcome to drop your links to your chat and or any special events you have coming up. The link at the very top in the blue box, if you have never subscribed to Leroy, the link is at the top for his channel. You're more than welcome to check out his channel. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you go to someone's channel in the links and you see that the word subscribe is in red, change it to gray. It means you're not subscribed, or you may have lost your subscription to that channel. And right next to it, hit the top bell of all notifications so you do not miss out on any videos or lives that they do. Do you remember subbing coming from the live chats? Everybody saying hello. I have a 300-pound one. Sold it for $850. Wow.
Yes. Yep. And there's a vice, and they spell them so many different ways. But it's a clamp, a big clamp. And some of the big ones, they go for good money. Also, some of the small ones, if you see Wilton Vice, Wilton Vices, that was one of my I call it catch and release. So I treat this business like fishing. There are certain things that I am still looking for that I've never got, but I don't collect anything. I just want to get it, I want to brag about it, and then I want to release it back into someone who has a little more passion than just money.
Right. This is another question that's a good one too. Tom has a question about, I'm concerned of reselling tools online because, of course, it's weight and in shipping, local versus online sales. Talk a little bit about that, because I noticed you posted a thing on your Instagram where you had a whole bunch of lined up tools that you had already in bags, and then all of a sudden you only had maybe one or two that were going other than first class. So talk about the weight of the tools and what are you're finding when you're shipping out tools.
So again, I can't stress it enough. A lot of my stuff is bread and butter. So honestly, a socket weighs 2 ounces. Certain sockets, certain hammers that I do, they weigh 8 ounces. You know, a lot of the small stuff, if it's just 1 or 2 pieces, it's not heavy at all. I don't even have boxes, a lot of boxes. I go through probably like I really can't say a number, but I probably go through about 300 to 500 poly bags a month. That's how many poly bags I do, and I go through probably one whole box of padded flat rate envelopes.
Okay, I'm not sure what all that comments were about. So when you do go sourcing though, and so you're not afraid to even ship out tools regardless of the weight then. What is the heaviest thing you've ever shipped before?
I just had a really nice sale this week. It wasn't a tool. It was a part. It was some shocks for a Ford Ranger. Mm-hmm. It was some Fox shocks for a Ford Ranger. I sold them for $350. And each box, I had to do 2 boxes because each box was 30 pounds. So okay. I had to put it in 2 boxes. It was a 60-pound sale. I actually did okay. On the shipping, I think I lost like $4 or $5.
Right.
I put that. Of course, like it went to California. Of course it did. Like, why wouldn't it go anywhere else?
Yeah. The next thing is Dina wants to know, Leroy, tell us a little bit about your storage system and obsession with plastic wrap.
Okay. you guys, this is one of the best interviews I've had in a long time. No offense to any of my buddies that I've done interviews with that are on here, but these guys are nailing me right now. Okay, so my inventory, I have wire racks that I use. I do one. I'll put it on my Instagram and show you guys. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I love Instagram. I put a lot of my food on there, but I have when I do my rack, my bins, I do in increments of 25. So 1 to 25, 25 to 50, so on and so forth. And every shelf so it's 0 to 100, 100, 200, 300. That's the way that I do my bins. Mm-hmm. And it's just nice and easy. And some of the small stuff, I'll do another setup. And if anybody ever has questions, I've been doing this for a long time. I don't sleep at night sometimes trying to think of things and ways to get things cheaper. You can get shelving. You can get shelving. You can get storage bins. There are places that surplus. They go and they buy out all these factories and all these places that are closing down. You can go with $300 or $400 and you can get a nice. Everything's equal. Everything's the same. It's not cheap plastic, and you can get a nice system that will work for you in your garage, in your basement, in your storage unit. Especially now with the way wood is, to make wooden shelves, it's very expensive. Mm-hmm. Plastic. My shrink wrap, Dina. I sell 90% tools, 90% metal. 90% of the people that I buy from, if it's metal, they're just putting it in a poly bag and they're sending it. Everything gets bubble wrapped and everything gets shrink wrapped. Mm-hmm. You guys are getting all my bolos today. Whoever's in this chat is really lucky. Another thing that I really swear by, and again, nobody listens to me, is if you guys have family members, friends, or in your town, you have a furniture store, be nice to the loading dock manager. Go get him a gift card. Get him a gift card. Go up to him and say, "Hey, do you mind if I look through your trash? It's usually always clean." The bags that they put over the couches, Ashley Furniture, these main furniture companies, mm-hmm. The bags have foam plastic in them and they have plastic in them. I cut them up in 12 by 12. Yes, it takes me, maybe an hour a month. I cut them 12 by 12 and I put them in a bin. I don't pay for bubble wrap. I don't pay for foam. I pay for my poly bags, and I pay for that. But go to your brand new furniture store. You will get bubble wrap and plastic or foam. You can use that foam. I use a lot of the foam sheathing instead of bubble wrap. It depends on what I pull out of the storage. When I go up to my warehouse, when I go upstairs, I just grab something and I cut it in 12 by 12, and that's what I'm using until those run out.
Oh, cool. All right. I want to give a great shout out, and I want to say thank you so much, Dante. It's not necessary, but greatly appreciated for your super chat. And so this is for you, Dante, and thank you so much.
The dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let them have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it. With no problem. Let them have it.
Thank you, Dante. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. And one of the things I know when we first started talking, when you and I first started talking about a couple of years ago, 2 years ago at least, and I kind of knew that's what you had, and you do a lot of tools. But the fascinating thing about it is that now that I see you more on lives and you're talking more about what you're doing and you're listing and things like that, it's amazing on how now I actually see it, because especially when you post it on Instagram, on not only the amount of tools you're selling, but the type of tools you're selling, and the way you actually take care of your inventory. So when you're doing your inventory, do you have like a system? And I know you were talking about the 25 to 100 and that kind of thing, but are you keeping them separate as far as what type of tools, or how are you doing your system with that part of it?
No, it's just they get number. I'll go to the next bin. So right now I only have 650 in my store, but I sell a lot. Mm-hmm. But my bin system, I just moved up past 1,000. So I'm running. Wow. I'm running 1,000, and I think this morning I was running 1,000 and 1,125. I'm in that bin.
Oh, okay.
And then when I finish this rack's gonna go to it's gonna go to 1,200. Once I finish that rack, then I'll go backwards. Then I'll go into a bin because there's only 25 in a bin. So I'll go into a bin, I'll lay it out. Okay, I'm missing 7, 9, 4, 3, 6. And I'll write that on my custom SKU. And then I put those, and then I'll start over again.
Oh, okay.
Another thing I do is my background is one color. If you guys don't know me, my screen name is Blood, Sweat, and Cell. My last name really is Blood. That's why it's sort of passionate to me. That's what that is. So my name is Blood.
Okay.
My background is red. eBay might tell you different. That's what I use. And I use a custom SKU. See, I wish I was at the warehouse. I use a custom SKU label that I write on every one. So we'll have the number. It'll say 278, and I'll put 6 ounces, or I'll put P-pad. So of course you guys know P-pad means pat. For me, it means padded flat rate.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put 6 ounces, so I don't have to. Once I put when I take pictures on my cell phone, I transfer it to my laptop. I have Apple products, and that's the way that I list. I don't list on my phone.
Okay.
So I take pictures in my booth, I download it on my phone, just plug it into my computer, and I'm good. And then on that tag, when I'm listing, I can look at the picture and I can see what number it is, but I also put it in a custom SKU. And I know you've probably taught that on this channel, or a lot of you guys are professional and you guys know.
Yes, we do talk about it. And that's one of the good things that some people don't realize. When you go to list something, you can use that SKU block for almost anything. Mm-hmm. And so that does have a great tool. Roman has a question for you. What will be over under on the Browns Steelers games this season? Uh-oh. Sports time now.
I don't talk sports because I'm very passionate with my Steelers. I don't know. I work a lot, guys. So if you ask me 8 players on the Steelers, I've been a Steelers fan since I was a little kid, and I couldn't tell you the names. I just love the team. That will always be my team. But my passion is reselling.
Right. Now, when you're doing your sourcing and you're going, I know we're going to go into Q4 because everybody keeps wondering, well, they don't really want to think about it right now. But again, it is getting closer, especially when I start hearing Christmas in July. So the mindset of Q4 is coming. What is your goals to try to accomplish by Q4? Or if you have any goals, if you do, what are they?
If I told you guys what I was up to in the next couple of months, you guys would laugh at me. I'm closing down my eBay store, and I'm going to take everything to the flea market. I have 3 big sales coming up. I'm going to 128. I'm going to Charlotte Motor Speedway, and I have another one in Virginia that I'm going to. I'll be there for 3 or 4 days. I'm taking all my inventory. I'm going to reprice it. It's going on a table, and then I start over. So Q4 doesn't mean anything to me because I sell tools and all the stuff I sell is used. So my Q4, my November and December isn't really much different than, my January, February, March.
Okay. I like to hear. I like that. And again, you do have a goal, but that's just not what I was thinking you're going to say. But again, that's what works for you because again, you're doing a type of thing that if you have to revamp, you have to revamp. So
I'll take. I don't like my stuff sitting in the store for over a year. But there may be things when I close my store down. There may be things that I've only been listed for a month. Now I'm going to try to take 100 of those items and put them aside. But when I start over, it will be 100 items. The rest of it will be all new inventory. So I'm hoping to be back up to 600 by this time next year.
Oh, okay. Tom has a question for you. Hand tools, set versus loose socket, screwdrivers, etc. Profit wise.
I'm a potted out guy, so I would rather piece it out, and I'm not afraid if it's missing something. I don't, as long as in my yellow tag. So if I'm doing Craftsman's, I go to a yard sale, I get a bag of Craftsman sockets, and I'll look at them quick, and I'll see 10 millimeter, 11 millimeter, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20. So there's missing some. As long as I put that on my tag, I don't care. I just, a big thing, guys, when you're doing, gosh, I can't be giving you guys all this stuff today. I don't know why I'm like so talkative. I haven't had coffee, but I did get to go saucing. But a lot of times you can get, it doesn't have to be a complete. You just I put my tags, I put what it is, and I always put replacement tool. Because your nephew, your cousin, your son takes your tools, you're missing something. So in my head, in my listing, I always put replacement part, replacement tool, old tools, vintage.
Now, do you use that as your keywords also in your listing when you're doing that?
In my listing, that's what I'm talking about, yeah.
And again, James had a follow-up question, which I think he did talk about it. He said, if you get the set of tools, do you separate them or sell them as a set? And that goes back to what you just said.
I separate them.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, because I know I have done it. I did do some dabbling into some tools, but they're all new, sealed in packages. Like after Christmas, I would go to, I call it Wally World, and I go to their clearance section. Especially after Christmas, they have those little end caps, and you can find drill bits and jigsaws and blades and all this stuff brand new for under $1, no more than $2. I pick them up because I just started doing that, and I seem to be doing well with it. What are your thoughts about doing that as far as if you were to go and buy them brand new? Do you ever think about doing that, or don't do with those at all?
I deal with used
only. Okay.
Yeah. I do. I will pick piece by piece at the flea market, and that's for eBay. And we could have another show another time, but my flea market business, I buy in bulk. So I will go to an estate auction, like I said, not an estate sale. I'll go to an estate auction and I'll buy $600-$700 worth of stuff, and it's box lots. And then I'll do $2, $3, $1, $2, $3, 50 cents, so on and so forth.
So it's just a great return for you and keep flipping. Thrifty Junker, Shadina says you need to, when were we expecting a video on these great tips?
When I give her a knuckle sandwich. I'm trying to do a little bit more videos, guys. I do know a lot, but and I have some great mentors. Dina is one, but Dante is a huge supporter of mine, and he has a very good channel, and he has a convention. If you guys don't know,
Yes,
but I won't do that on your channel. But
well, that's what we're here for. We promote everybody. So
yeah, and I will be there. Not as a special guest because it's his party. So, right. But they always try to teach me and try to. When I'm ready for YouTube, I will definitely share and be more involved. But at this point, I'm trying to build my business and get a little bit more comfortable. I said I want to do for a year. I want to get comfortable with YouTube, being able to read the chats, being able to react with live videos. And now my next year, starting November, December, I'm going to focus on editing.
Right.
So I might not be around a lot in the chats because I want to focus on editing and putting out pre-recorded content.
Right.
And that will answer your question. Right. That's where my knowledge will come into the pre-recorded.
Right. Now, Dante has a good point that you shouldn't be treating Q4 differently. You should be doing this hard. You're doing hard all year round. I do, but when I first started, I did not know what to expect. And again, I didn't. When you first start, you just go with the flow. But I find that if I do it all year round, like I'll keep a goal up on a regular basis, and I try to keep that goal because I want to constantly get things turned over. But again, a lot of people don't understand how Q4 is. So if they're not really doing it every day, that can hurt them when it comes to Q4. But again, I understand what you're saying, Dante, on that. That is true. You should be doing it all year round. But I do try to set goals on a regular basis. Even though I'm talking about Q4, I'm talking on a regular basis. I'm still knowing what I got to get done for whatever season or period it is. Jessica, hello, and welcome. If you have any questions for Leroy, go ahead and put it in the chat. He is telling us some tricks and tips about tools. I'm in Brentford. Can
I? Yes,
I've been there.
Yeah, that place. That's the holy grail of like vintage. They have a flea market, but they also have a summer. It's probably right around now. It's a swap meet. And it's like almost like 8 days. And there's some really good stuff that comes out of that place.
Hello, Nakoma Fines. How are you doing? Good to see you. We've been there a couple of times, and I love it. Love that place. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to each other. So while I'm going through and saying hello, for those who are coming in that may not know who you are, we'll go ahead and give you another little, let everybody know a little bit about your channel and what you do on your channel and what platforms you sell on and things like that real quick.
Okay. It's me again, guys. I feel like I've been rambling right now, but I'll do it again. So I am a reseller out of South Carolina, born and raised in Rhode Island. As you can hear, I pack my car, go to the park with my daughter in the car. I have the accent, but I don't have the Southern accent. But I sell here. I did move here for reselling in a sense because I did a lot of research before I moved here. So I love selling tools. I sell on eBay. I sell at flea markets. And that's me.
All right. I'm going through and just going to get in everybody's comments and see if there's any other questions before I go on. I don't want to miss anybody's questions or statements. And I think I'm caught up. So when you're doing your tools and things like that, is there any particular place that when you go, let me rethink about this. When you go thrifting, is there any one place that you do not go thrifting versus where you always will go thrifting and go to a particular location for thrifting?
Don't like yard sales. I know a lot of you guys are going to kick me. I don't like the driving around. Not a big yard sale person. I'm not a big Goodwill person. I will go just to say I did every couple months. Right. And I am literally closer to one of the bin stores than Dante, and he gets a lot of profit out of this one bin store, but that's not really my thing.
Right.
I can't stress it enough. I do flea markets and I'm there early. I was at the flea market this morning at 5:30. Flea markets, and I do estate auctions and I buy in bulk.
Okay. So on your flea markets, how often are you able to go to the flea market?
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. So you do it on a regular basis.
Yes, sir.
Do you find that there's more traffic at the flea markets than anywhere else?
For me, yes.
Let's see. Ella Cat says I'm a new reseller in South Carolina and Upstate Picker's mom. Oh, hello. I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Upstate Picker was actually my featured channel last week. And that's who that she said that she is his mom. So welcome. Good to see you. And
if they are close to me, if they're upstate South Carolina, that's where in the area I live. So please message me on Instagram. We can meet up.
And all his information is in the description bar below if you want to get in touch with him. And his channel is also there, or you can get it in the top blue box above in the chat, the private chat, the actual chat itself. Question: is that a Boston accent or a Rhode Island?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Remember to tap your thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thumbs of your choice. It is free. Thank y'all so much for always coming in the morning. If you have any questions for Leroy, go ahead and put them in the chat. We're trying to get a little bit more about him. And I know his main thing that I see he gets excited about when you talk about tools. I know when we first started talking about having him here as a guest, that was one of the things he said. I want to talk about tools and tools only.
It's not true.
And I love it because it's like you just like a little kid in a cookie jar. You just open up, and I love it.
Yeah, that's where you'll get the passion out of me. And exactly. I care about my warehouse too. Like I'm there all the time. If you see me here, this is not normal. I'm never home.
Hello, Flipperson. Hello, Flipperson. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good morning. Everybody's lurking and working. That is awesome. Adam Hart Man-Made. Hello. So if somebody wants to say, for example, just coming in, we have some new people that are here that may want to think about doing a particular niche or niche, as they may call it. And they decide they want to think about going into tools. What would be some of the top advice you would give someone when it comes to even thinking about or even starting that niche of tools?
It's heavy. And you guys said it in shipping. Yes, it is heavy still. When you buy a bag of tools, it's heavy to carry around. I piece it all out. So my shipping is under a pound, but the main part of it is very heavy. When I do the flea market, I'm a little concerned because I'm 47, but I'm like, can I still lift 50-pound bins of tools when I'm 67? Of course, I want to say, yes, I'm going to be blessed and that's going to happen. But in all reality, I do got to be careful with that. So if you're buying bulk tools, it can be very heavy. I would say to buy bulk tools. If you go see a box of wrenches and you can get it for $10, you can even sell lots on eBay and just make sure it fits in a padded flat rate before you even take the pictures. So what I'll do sometimes, if I sell lots, I'll take it and I'll put it all in a padded flat rate. Oh, that fit. Oh, you didn't fit. You didn't make this one, buddy. You're gonna have to go in the next bag. And I'll take those 100 pieces and I'll either put them up for auction or if I buy a box and the box costs me $30 and I sell two bags out of that for $25 each, I've already made money.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I don't get too strict into what they are, stuff like that. I just take the picture. I take a lot of pictures, guys. I probably do at least 5 to 8 pictures for every item. I feel that's very important. They want to be able to see. I don't get many questions. I'm lucky if I get maybe 10 questions a week. I don't even think I get that. I think that's exaggerating. Wow. I don't get a lot of questions because I put it all in the description and I show the pictures.
Now, do you have a high rate in returns, or how's that for you as far as when you're reselling?
I don't know if I understand what you're getting at.
Do you have any type of returns with your tools?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
No,
I thought you meant financially.
No.
I don't. I'd have to go back into my eBay and look, but lately it's been more than it used to be. Before it was like every 100, maybe I had one.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's maybe every 100 I have two or
wow.
3 returns.
And it's probably because they're not reading the descriptions.
And I'm getting into some other stuff.
Oh,
so
okay.
like I'll sell a charger. Oh, this charger doesn't fit it's in the description. I got 9 pictures. So what was one this week? The guy sent back, he said, it doesn't, it's a part for a truck. He goes, oh, it doesn't fit my truck. Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
It can happen. Flipping McFlipperson asked the question: what are the top 3 tool brands?
Klein, money wise, Klein, Craftsman, Snap-on. And then I'd go with like again. There's a really good brand. You're not gonna see much of it. It's called Reed. REED. They do a lot of specialty tools. I just sold a ratchet and wrench for $25. You won't see a lot of them, but that's, look into commercial tools. So if your brother or your son is a car mechanic or licensed electrician or a licensed plumber, any of those things, whatever their trade is, just look around at their stuff. If they do auto body, look at the tools that they use. Those are usually the ones that you want to sell.
Yeah.
I always say that, like, when you go to family members' houses and stuff, if your uncle is huge into baseball cards and Christmas and Thanksgiving is coming up, don't be afraid to ask him, hey, Unc, what do you do with those extra baseball cards? Do you what do you do with the extras? You never know. If they know that you're hustling and you're being honest, and they will be like, oh, I do this, I give them to you. Like, but that's, even your sister, you could help out your sister. And everybody says this stuff, guys. It's just the way that you deliver it that some people sticks in their brain. Because there's nothing that I'm saying on this live right now that you guys really haven't heard. It's just your delivery and just trying to be honest and push that forward. But don't be afraid when you go to family member's house. If you know your aunt knits or she sews a lot of stuff, look at her sewing machine, because she's a professional. She makes great cakes and pies and all this stuff. Look in their cabinets.
Yep.
Look in their cabinets, see what they have. Don't ask them for it, but that's how you can learn good stuff.
Yep.
I got an uncle he's a self-made millionaire, and I'm not afraid to look in his closet and ask him what shirts he's wearing, because the name brands, next time I see them at a yard sale or something, I can say, oh, I remember Uncle had a Porsche shirt or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go back to Peddling Profits. Says that carrying those heavy tools can keep you in shape. Thrifty Junker says, why don't you hire a kid that'll help you unload and load and pack up your tools? And then we have let me go back to the chat just flew. Tom asked, can you give us a bolo? So something you would never suspect would be valuable.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to go in the chat. I'm gonna have to go in my brain and search this one out.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to go. I need a couple minutes for this one,
The
Johnny.
oil makers is booming here. The tools are hot. I have yet to pick up any up, so need to be checking them out. Yeah, that's another thing I'm noticing. A lot of times when you go to even the thrift stores, I have not seen a lot of tools, and that's one of the things I do look for when I go there. What is your best flip ever?
It is not a tool. It was some kind of a electronic for one of my neighbors. Again, like I said, guys, when you see somebody has a niche in something, don't be afraid. And he had a bunch of stuff he was moving, and he had these where I live not too far from BMW. So there are a lot of businesses that open and close, and they'll just make a steering wheel cover or a module. Like they'll make and they have specialty stuff for that. And this guy had a whole bunch of stuff. I would have to put the name in I don't know how to pronounce it, but it was some kind of a programming system, and I sold it last year during COVID for $3,500.
I want to say hello to Jessica. She said she came back in. Hello, everyone that came in. So this is going to bring me to my next question for you, because I'm trying to build questions as I hear your answers. When you're saying you have these different dealerships around you and they're closing, are you able to get your foot in the door and see if there's anything that you can pick up when they go to close, as far as a closeout buy of some kind with some of these companies that are in your area?
No, I haven't got to that position yet. I'm really just, I'm trying to, that stuff would be more eBay.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm actually going to close my store down for about 2 months,
right?
And run my flea market circuit and do my swap meets for a couple, because I have really big passion in that as well.
Right.
I love to do the flea markets.
Cool. So what is your busiest days when you go to the flea market? Is it more towards the weekend, or is it during the week?
In this area, my best day is a Saturday market.
Yeah, it seems like they're always busy on the weekends.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll try to catch James. Yeah, he's got a thing coming on this afternoon. Also, don't forget to put your links in the chat. No, I don't want to clip it. Leave me alone. Don't forget to put your links in the chat, especially if you have any special event coming up. If you go to somebody's link onto their channel and it's in red, that means you either one, lost a subscription, you thought you might have been subscribed, or that you have not subscribed before. Just change it from red to gray. That'll let you know you are subscribed. And then right next to the 3 notification bells. Don't forget to do that as well. Show them some love and support, and go check out some of their videos. That's one of the ways to help everybody out. I know that our guest speaker 2 weeks ago was Rosie's Closet. She hit 1,000 subs, but she doesn't have enough watch hours to get monetized. So if you haven't checked out her channel and give her some playlists, also do that as well. And also the link in the blue box above in the chat, that's Leroy's channel and his link. If you have not subscribed to him, there's his link. Check it out and see if you can see if you're subscribed to him, and also hit the notifications. On your channel, you'd been doing some morning shows with you and Mo. What got you to start doing the morning shows, and what is your goals for that on your channel?
I started doing it just so I can, like I tried to explain to you guys, this 1 year, what I wanted to do with YouTube was I wanted to learn the process, learn how it goes, talk to people about YouTube. So I was able to get a spot in a morning show. I was very fortunate. So I jumped on it. And I met some really nice people. It's amazing. We stopped for the summer. We're still not sure. And like I said, my time is almost up with my planning. So I do really feel that I'm going to start doing more pre-recorded for the next year. I'm going to start learning my editing, because my editing is not that great. And I have a lot of people around me right now that are very good, and they have very good channels. So I need to pick their brains as I can and learn from them.
Right.
So that's sort of where I'm sitting with that. Every once in a while I'll do I'm on a lot of lives like this. I used to be. I think last year I did like 25.
Wow.
Yeah. So my name was out there. I didn't have, and I am bragging. I'm gonna say I'm not bragging. No, I'm bragging. I had 100 subscribers before I had a video.
Right.
So, but I'm still only at 400. I just passed 400. I'm excited. I'm like a teenager with a new car.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing about it too, once you start getting into making the videos, the more you do it and you get consistent with it, it's going to come easy to you. It's just a matter of taking those first steps, almost like riding a bicycle for the first time, you know. Yeah. But once you get the hang of it, you'll get to, then you want to start getting more creative, and that's where you really blow up, you know.
Yep.
So if anybody has any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat. I see it's getting down to where there's hardly any other questions coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and open the channel to the chat to everyone that want to come on and talk about your channel, promote your channel, talk with Leroy, and ask any questions with Leroy. You're more than welcome to come on. We do have a time where now we can go ahead and promote your channels. You come on and ask questions with Leroy, and or just come on and talk about your channel. You're more than welcome. Don't forget the link is in there, and it's also in the description of the video for Leroy's channel and his information, so that way you won't miss out when he does come back in with some more pre-recorded videos. And so that is the link. I just pinned it up at the top, so it's been changed out. So if and when somebody was to want to pick up some tools, is there any particular one brand of some kind that you would tell people to maybe stay away from, that may be something that is not what we think would be up to par when it comes to tools?
It depends on what your budget is, and it depends on how much you want to make. If you're okay like me selling stuff for $6, $15, then you'll never lose. I do not lose on tools. I'm not trying to be conceited, guys. I don't lose. I don't lose. I just don't. Right. I could sell them at the flea market for 50 cents a piece, and I don't lose. Like
KT treasures. Go ahead.
I pick through the stuff when I buy box lots. I pick through, and I'll sell what I can on eBay. And like I explained to you guys, okay, so 90% of my store has been on for 6 months on eBay. Now it's not selling, not getting much hits. I go as low as I can, and everything will come off the shelves. It will get tagged, and I'll do my big swap meets, and I'll sell it for $5, $3, $2, $6.
Right.
And each show I'll make $1,000, a couple $1,000.
So let me ask you again. I don't know. I know you talked a little bit about this earlier when you were talking about the 128,
127,
127, and all these different big things you're doing. How often are those happening, and are you just now starting getting involved in those, or have you been doing it for a while? I've
been doing, it's called swap meets, but if you guys are from the West Coast, a swap meet is just a flea market.
Right.
So, but swap meet to me here on the East Coast is a lot of them are yearly swap meets, but they have swap meets for everything. It's almost like when you go to a COD convention. They have it once a year. If you look into if you guys do antiques, look into a lot of these auto swap meets, especially if you're on the East Coast. An auto swap meet, yes, they're going to have a lot of car parts and stuff like that, but you'll find gems there because somebody will have an old Coca-Cola or something, or somebody will have an old lamp, and just to throw it in, and it's not really going to get all the money it should get because it's at an auto swap meet. And when you're going to these auto swap meets, there is literally, I've done shows where there's over 1,000 vendors, over 100 acres of land.
Right.
And I can't leave my booth. I'm there. I live there for 4 days.
Oh, wow.
Literally live in my van, eat peanut butter and jelly, or go to the concession stand. But I'll go home with anywhere from $6,000 to $2,000.
Now, if somebody's interested in wanting to be part of that, or go and check it out and buy things from that, how can someone find out exactly where it starts and ends as far as the route itself and the dates and things like that? How can they find that?
I mean, there's so many of these places that you can look up online. Become friends with me on Instagram. I will help you. I always look for someone to mentor and teach them the things that I know. I've been doing this for over 20 years.
Right.
So feel free. If I don't get back to you, don't be discouraged. Give me another shout out. Johnny's already learned. All he has to do is say tools, and I jump.
If you send him a message of any kind, make sure you put in capital letters. The first 3 words you should say is, I have a question about tools, or questions on tools. Something in that message about tools, and he'll get you.
Yeah. And I have some, Dante and Kat, and there's a bunch of other bigger resellers that they will call me from the flea market or from an estate sale, and they'll video chat with me and say, hey, what's this? What's that? What's this? What's that? So, I try to help. If you get annoying to me, I'm going to say, hey, listen, I'm trying to work right now. But if you just have general questions and you want someone to just lean on a little bit, please feel free.
Right. Adam has a question. In your experience, what's the best shipping company for shipping tools?
USPS.
Yeah, because you don't hardly have anything that's over a pound.
Nothing that's over a pound. But people don't realize, they think I say tools, and the first thing they think of is, oh, I don't want to ship. I don't carry boxes. I have poly bags.
And a DC sale says flea market sales equals no shipping, and that is so true.
And no eBay fees.
Yeah.
And you do have to pay Uncle Sam, but it also is cash.
Yes. The swap meet in Canfield, Ohio this weekend.
Yep.
And that's one of the things you can find out too, even on Facebook. You know, I know there's always posts about that too. Subbing to all the links shared will get watching and leaving likes and more. There you go. I just subbed to you as well, KT. And I thought I was subscribed to you already, but I just did. So that's one of the things about when putting links in the chat. You can always check to see if you're subscribed. Let's see here. DC.
You guys got me sweating today. You guys got me I'm in it today.
You're in the zone today. That's for sure. I love it.
I am in
it. Best spot of sourcing tools: flea market, yard sales, etc.
Flea market, estate auctions. One of my best friends. I love all you guys online, but one of my best friends is a company called auctionzip.com. I've been looking at that web. I probably have more pages open on that than they have cities. I've been dealing with them for over 20 years. Auctionzip.com. There's High Bid now. There's a lot of these other places. I don't deal with them. I am old school. I deal with auctionzip.com. I look up, I'll go out and I'll see the calendar, put in my zip code, and I see a farm auction or a deceased auction, and I'll spend all day there on a Saturday with like $600, and I'll turn that $600 into $2,000.
Wow. Hello, Fishing and Picking. Leroy, what is your sockets?
What
in your sockets? What's
in my sockets? I don't know how to answer that. If you say the way that I move so much, that's just an Italian / Northern thing.
I was thinking tools were very heavy. And again, you part all your tools out as far as replacements. Yeah. That's why, right?
Yeah. And I don't know if I know Dina's in here. She is a big help. I don't know if somebody can put my eBay store. I don't want you guys to buy anything from me. But I just want you to get an idea of what I sell and how I sell it. I normally don't say this to anybody. Go check out my eBay store because I don't want anything from anyone. But just so you guys can have an idea, because you guys are so involved in what I'm talking about, you guys can get an idea of what I sell and go look at my solds and see how I do.
Right. So if anybody can get his eBay store, Dina, if you have it, can you drop it in the link for him? Tom says, that's it. I'm getting into the tool game now. Once offices is shipping, I'm in. Yeah, because you do a lot of part outs, and that's what's good about it too. Storage units are seeming always full of tools. I get tools by the tons. Aqua Girl, everybody saying hello. Glad you had your old school glad to hear your old school. Everybody's talking to each other.
I have a question for you, Johnny.
Okay.
I've known you through about a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
And when you started, you were a lot smaller, and now, like, I'm sort of like proud of you, and I'm a little. It's not a question; it's a question answer, a little bit of everything. But I'm very proud of you because when you started, it was just a small little show, and you would just say hi in chats. That's how we started talking, and now you have like a morning show. You have your own little competitions, Holla Dollar and Bingo, and I'm just so proud of you and what you're doing for the community. And also standing up for certain things that you believe in. I'm just proud of you. I said it to you behind screen, but personally, I'm going to say it to you in front of all these guys. Keep up the good work, and don't be discouraged, and just thank you.
Thank you. And again, I always tell everybody, you have to be unique and you have to be yourself, but also be transparent. The way you see me here on this screen is how I am, if not more crazier in life. I've met a lot of people already so far on this journey from going to the lake house for vacations. And it's amazing how you meet people and it's almost like you've known them forever. Even though we're on the screen like this, and that's the way I like it. And if I can help one person a day, I've accomplished what I needed. Just like with Dante, please bless somebody today because I will bless somebody tomorrow. That's basically how I am too. No matter how small it is, if you can make someone's day. And again, that's why it's important for me to go through and say hello to everybody, because for me, that's what makes my day. If I can make sure I don't miss anybody, and that makes a big thing because everybody's taking their time out of their day to come to the show. And if it wouldn't be for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. But again, that makes me even more wanting to help someone else every day as much as I can. And so that's how it's going to be.
And you see, you've learned, I mean, you know this, Johnny, but you guys see, like myself, Julian, Dante, if you talk to Dante about bin stores, if you go to their level, go to Leroy's level, talk about tools, he's not going to shut up or flea markets, because that's where I'm passionate. If you see somebody is a good, if you see that they take pictures good or whatever, you can ask them questions. Like I said, go to my eBay store. I don't want you guys to buy nothing, but you'll see, oh, okay, well, maybe he takes good pictures, or maybe I like the way he ships stuff. There's so many things that you can learn on that side of it too. Mm-hmm. And you could get a little bit more attention and be closer with people if you just don't be stubborn and just go over to their side a little bit.
Right.
I'm friends with Tim from over the years. I don't know if you guys know him. That guy knows a ton of stuff about glass. If I talk to him about glass and baseball cards, he'll lose his mind. Yeah. And that's sort of where you have to go with some of us, is you just got to go over to the area that you see us really, push.
Right. And one of the things too is I tend to, and again, I do watch a lot of channels when I'm like, say, working in the background, I have them playing. And if somebody says I just put out a video, I'll put it in my watch list. And a lot of times I'm catching, like I'm packing something or I'm taking pictures or getting ready to list something. And I hear somebody make a comment in their video and it catches my ears like, oh, I want to see what this is about. I'll take a break and come see what is going on. And it's like, oh, wow, I never thought of that. I still learn from others, because you got to remember, each person does it their own way. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean it's wrong. It doesn't mean it's right. It's just that that's the way they do it, and it works for them. And so for me, example, when I first started, I would take my pictures, download them, then do my drives, then combine my pictures. Robert comes along. He starts at eBay because he got excited because of the sales I was having. He starts. Next thing you know, it's like, okay, how in the world are you getting your drives that fast with your pictures? We'll kind of find out he would take the pictures in the drive on his phone when he first started. Then he'd go to the computer and do the rest on his computer. It's like,
that's what I do.
All of that, So it just takes one different thing for somebody to catch and say, I'm the type of person, even when I have my own business in Louisiana, I always tell my employees, work smarter, not harder. And for me, it was like, wow, why didn't I not think of that before? And so somebody can give you an idea that it's like amazing. And you just never know what that one little small idea can help you change your way you do.
Adjust it to your liking,
tweaking it.
Yeah, just because I do things a certain way, that's not how you have to do it.
Correct.
But take a little bit from each thing and make it yours.
Thank y'all so much for all the kind words. I try to do the best I can, and some days it's I want to help everybody, and it just can't happen that way. But that's just the way I am. So thank y'all so much. I'm glad y'all enjoy the shows and always coming over and being part of the show. And again, taking the time out of your day for that. JJ, hello, good morning and welcome. And we heard that you lost some weight. Speaking the truth, well, thank you so much. Again, that's just the way I am, and I love it. And I was brought up that way. And again, I live by the way I was raised. And again, I look at it this way: as long as you can help someone out today, and you go out of your way, it comes back to you twofold, and you don't realize it. What are your Instagram names or links? Do you have a link tree set up?
No.
Okay. Do you have can you get the link to your store and or your Instagram?
Yeah, because I just seen a message that it's not. I'm going to need you to take over. I'm a little slower than most, so just give me.
You're fine. You're fine.
3 or 4
minutes. I'm going to give my link in the chat. It's the link tree where I have every social media, every channel that I'll do have a cooking channel as well. So all of that's in my link tree. I just put in the chat. You're more than welcome to get a hold of those links. If you're looking for somewhere on Facebook, I do have and this is like a plug type thing while Leroy is getting his links for you. This is a Facebook group that I have. It's open to anyone. You do not have to be a reseller. You can do YouTube content. It doesn't matter. You can post your links on that YouTube special group that I have set up. I did that before I hit 1,000 subs because I wanted something else for someone else to go and post their links to. You can post any of your links, whether it's on your channel, an upcoming pre-recorded, or an uploaded for a live, as long as it stays in a positive manner, because I do have that right to pull it. But I do have it where you do not have to sign up for it. Just go ahead and start you don't have no questions or anything to ask.
Yep.
Answer, just go into it, and then you can start posting. I do ask that if something is negative, I will pull it. I do have that right, but so far didn't have to do that yet. So thank y'all so much for doing that on the group. And that group is for anybody, no matter if you're not doing reselling or you're just doing anything with YouTube. That is for everybody to come around. And again, you can also post pictures if you have a question about something. You just never know when someone can help you on something that you do. Kevin is here. Hello, Kevin. I'm not sure. Is he here? Kevin is getting very close to 300 subs. So if you can check out his channel and see if you're subscribed and change the red to gray if you're not. He's been hovering around 300, and so we've been trying to get him over that 300 mark. Perlini, hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see you. You are an amazing person with a huge heart, Johnny. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Go ahead.
So I just remembered as I was trying to look that up. Guys, I did make it simple for Google. So if you go in Google and you type in what you see here, blood, sweat, and sell, my eBay store will come up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just go into Google, type in blood, sweat, sell, and my eBay store will come up. And when you see my eBay store, you'll see red backgrounds. That's me. I'm very
Actually, when I put it in, it automatically comes up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So thank you, Johnny. And you know, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys something. A lot of people who know me know this. I have and I'm not bragging or want anybody to feel bad for me, but I actually have like a small learning disability. So my reading and writing is not the best, and I still don't give up, and I still do the computer. It's really hard for me. It's very simple. I got to be very simple with it. And I have to do talk to text to do a lot of my spelling. My meaning of saying this is don't give up, like, and always you can move forward. Like all this stuff that you see when you look through my store, there is no grammar in there. There is no periods, because I do it my way, and I still make a living doing it. And I'm not afraid to say, hey, listen, you know what? This is not the way that everybody else would do it. This is the way that I do it that works for me. Like Johnny said with the pictures, I had to buy a computer. I've been doing eBay for over 20 years. When I started to get a new computer, I needed a computer that I can talk to text. And I've literally fought with companies because my cell phone could do talk to text, but my computers couldn't. Back 10 years ago, your computer wasn't doing talk to text. Your phone was, but your computer was not. And I found out that Apple, the FN button, I don't know if any of you guys know that. If you have an Apple product and you press the FN button twice, you talk to text into the Apple.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Again, I don't have the Apple, but I didn't know that either. Yeah.
And that's how I do all my listings.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So they get in. That's just proving right. They shouldn't be afraid. There's always ways around it. Yeah.
No. And thank you, Johnny, for finding that link.
I just, like I said, I typed it in and there it was. So
yeah, as soon as you put blood, sweat, and sell in Google, my eBay store comes up.
As long as I don't put blood, sweat, and tears. The only banners we have are the ones we place on ourselves. You're right about that. Let's see. There's another one like. Is there another one like you I can marry? I'm not sure. You might have to look around.
Like Johnny, see Johnny, you get dates here too.
Now, believe it or not, do you mind if I share the screen with your eBay store?
No, I'm okay with that. Just do me a favor. Please, guys, don't buy. I've never seen anybody buy anything, so don't buy nothing from me, please.
I love the red, how it pops.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
And since you're in there, Johnny, can you go over to sold? And I want to explain this a little bit. If you can give me a few of the platform for a few minutes.
You got it. Sold. Here you go.
So this is okay. I don't know if it's can we go to recent just so I can
these? Okay, let's see here. Okay, we can sell it listed by best offers by now.
No, go all the way up again, Johnny. Go up and nowhere it says shorten. Just go to shorten. Yep, and then go to recent.
And then there you go.
Okay. Now I just sold this today. Perfume I do sell sometimes different, guys. I bought that at a state sale for $3 and I sold it for $45. But if you look at my numbers, guys, it's only $12, $16, $15. If you look through that, there is not anything that is big dollar. Now, that wrench was the REED that I was telling you about, the red one there. I bought that for $3 and sold it for $20. You know, I'll dabble a little. You see a camcorder, I saw it as parts. All those things are on my workbench getting shipped out today. You'll notice certain things that I love, like you'll see a lot of hammers.
I would have never thought of this.
Yeah, yes, it's a part in a sense, Johnny. It's a handle for a specialty caulking gun.
Caulking gun. I have one like that.
Yeah, that's for a two-part. That's for a two-part. A lot of this stuff, that's what I learned from the construction industry. From the construction industry, that's stuff that I had learned. You know, even like, you know, the Ford gas cap.
Yeah.
I mean, look what that sold for. I sold for $30.
See that.
I bought that in a box lot. I probably paid $10 for the whole box lot.
And then, of course, another bottle of cologne.
Cologne, yep. And then there's an adapter there for a Snap-on. That, I mean, it only sold for $9, but I have pennies into this stuff, guys.
That is awesome.
There's the springs that I just sold this week. If you go there, yeah, those.
Oh wow!
I bought those for $40, and I sold them for $3 and change.
$350.46.
And guys, I am not bragging right now because I'm showing you the bottom to the top. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of this is the kind of tools that I sell. I'm very happy that Johnny pulled this up. See this, Johnny, there's more hammers and pots and wrenches.
Okay, what is this? It's a brass hammer for a jeweler. Wow.
What did I say to you guys, everybody? Like, yeah, I told you guys, like, I can't even make this up.
That is awesome the way you're doing your labeling though for the keywords.
Well, I'm gonna
razor blade planner.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't do my headings. All my headings are copied. So what I do is I'll put in the model number of the item, and then I'll find one that's sold, and that's the one. I tweak it to where I need to tweak it. Right. But because of the spelling issue, I steal theirs, but it's a sold one, so it's not double.
Correct. Right.
Yep. And then you got another hammer there, number 778. See what I mean, guys, by that tag?
Let's see if I can pull the picture up and see what it looks like more.
Yep.
Original listing. Because that is interesting how you do that.
So if you look on it, that's my. So I know right there the ounces are for the person that buys that. They want to know the ounces of those small hammers. So to the right hand side, it says 11 and a half ounces. That's the actual weight of the tool. If you look on the bottom, it says 12 ounces right under the one. Yeah. That's for me. That's my shipping. So I know it's 12 ounces. Boom.
Oh, okay.
And I've never had anybody complain and say, why do you got to have the label in the pictures? Because it's helping me, guys.
It's working for you, right?
You know, if you don't want to buy it because there's a label in it, then.
Okay, now I have to ask you because it looks like that might be something like vinyl or leather that you're using for the background.
Yeah, it's I had to get something that I could wipe down. I've done paper, but it gives me too many marks. So it's just a piece of vinyl that I got from Joann Fabrics.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it shadows a little depending on if I move my lights around.
Right.
But
I would have never thought that red, like you were saying earlier. It makes it look really nice too, especially with all the tools that you're selling.
So if you go back down this item one's up, nope, go. Okay, it looks like a paper circle.
Right here?
Yep. So all that is, guys, is these are the things that excite me, not the $80 items. This item is a piece of paper. It's a gauge. It was just a gauge from a shopsmith. I had it in a box. I got it in a box. I sold it for $14.
I see that. So that's one way to show right there that there's no reason you can't sell things like this and still keeping it under. I mean, your shipping is unbelievable too, as far as under. You can tell like maybe this one may be a first class, a priority. it's definitely
that one's priority.
Yeah.
And if you guys look at it, God, Johnny, you're getting too much for me today. if you guys look, you'll see. I know your next question is, why is everything 46? Why does it say $14.46? Why is your shipping 46? Why is your
That's a good question. Yes. So what's the answer?
so I'm 46 years old. So I know I listed it that year.
Oh, that is so cool.
So I know that I listed it. I listed it from November to that year. So if there's any in there that say 45, it's older than November 30th.
So I have to ask you this now because I see a lot of your shipping is ending in 46. So is this your rate that you're charging, flat rate?
It's all 40. Yeah, it's all flat rate.
Okay, that'll explain that then.
Yep.
I was just curious about that when I see that as well.
Yep.
All right, so we'll go ahead and remove that. If anybody else has any questions, now, like when you were talking about being in red, I would have never thought. Once you told me about your link, and I see it, it's like that red pops with those tools you have. That is awesome.
So eBay will tell you guys they don't any color besides white is not a good idea. And from what I've learned, just like everybody thinks there's an algorithm, I haven't seen the book yet. But from what I've heard with eBay is, and any of these, is any color besides white is more memory. So the more people they can sell on white, the less memory their main hub has to deal with. Yeah. So if they can convince 50% of us to use white or a similar white, then that's less memory for them. Right. I could be 100% wrong, guys. I am not a tech guy. But from everything that I've been researching this for years, but I stand out. So I know, like I have people, they'll look through my stuff and I'm like, oh, he has that hammer. He has that hammer. He has that sock. He has that sock. As they're scrolling, some people don't realize, let me go into his store. See, the first thing we do is we want to go into his store, but not these people that are searching something. They're just looking, they have another, let me look. Oh, okay. Yep. He has that. I see that hammer. Then they see, oh, he has 3 of them. Do I get a ton of sales that way? Like, do I get a lot of like extra sales? No, I don't get a lot of multiple sales, but I'll tell you something. A lot of people will ask me, they'll message me and say, oh, I seen 2 reds or red this with the tag. That's you. Yep. Because I have my own signature.
Right. And I like it. And again, I would have never thought about the numbers the way you're doing the 46. It's just amazing. And again, that's what works for you. And everybody else can try to do something that works for them. But again, if you tweak something from each person that you watch or you hear from, and you make it your own in a way that you're not really copying it, but you're like, oh, I like that idea, and you can use it for your things. And again, that works for you. That's the best thing about having guests on the show in the morning, because you just never know what would give you that aha moment. And that's what I like about having different guests. Dixon Pitkin, hello, good morning, and welcome. Good to see y'all. Let's see. He did say he had to go because I knew he was getting a phone call. We talked about it before the show. Can you give us an idea? Leroy, you just gave me a great idea, changing the background color with a category. That is a good idea too, yeah. Have a premiere. That's James. There's one coming up. 46. I just thought it was the OCD. I was curious too, but I'm glad he did ask it and answer his own question. It's such a great interview. Example, so powerful. Thank you. Yeah, I'm waiting for him to come back. He had to take a phone call. But yeah, and even his logo's in red. So that's another thing. People can relate to a particular color, especially when they're searching for something online. No, not yet. And remember that it is something that stands out. Let me get up for me. He's on the phone. So yeah, I'll go back to that question as soon as he comes back in. Why does Optimus Google but search not required? Yeah. And I've seen some others that do gray. A few I've seen that done black. So yeah, I guess it's not necessarily mandatory, but again, that's what they're saying. I want to go back to this comment. Where was it? James made a comment, 46. I thought it was just your OCD, that thing that I get. Patrick says, This is such a great interview. Examples are so powerful. Thank you, Leroy. Color Optimist. And again, that's another thing. You probably, when somebody is searching for a tool and they know they saw it on your say they're searching and it comes up and you're red behind the background, they're going to remember that when they're looking for something else again later.
Yeah.
For you. Yeah, that's a good thing. I would have thought of that.
I have a lot of I am people think sometimes that I'm like a storyteller and stuff because I've been through so much in life. And I got to do it for you, Johnny, because you've probably seen it. Maybe if you guys know me, you've seen it. But I actually used to do a fill-in auctioneer for a buddy of mine.
Okay.
And so I could call auctions. But I'm afraid to do it on YouTube because I'm afraid to read the wrong name. But I actually have called auctions. So like I gotta get into it a little bit. Let's see if I can do this. I'm putting myself on the spot.
Yeah, you did.
But I got $5 looking for 10. I got 5 looking for 10. I got 5 looking for 10. I got 10. I got 10 looking for 15. I got 10 looking for 15. Johnny got 15. Johnny got 15. I need Dina at 16. I need Dina at 16. I got Dina at 16. I need 17. 17. I got 17. 17. 17. Looking for 18. I got 18. The guy in the yellow hat. Got 18. The guy in the yellow hat. I got 14. I mean, see, I messed up.
I love it.
I messed up.
It's when you did it though, you just went in the zone and that was it. You were on it.
Yeah, I don't look at the screen. I can't look at the screen. But I've done that as well. I've auctioned. I didn't get a license. Hey, I've never met you, but I've seen you on like tons of places. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Leroy. That's great. I was going to say sold. Buying. Did a good job.
Prophet says, when you make your listing stands out from others, it is sure to give you the edge. Great job.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Having your own signature. Why, yes. Hello. I'm not going to say because that's him and his voice.
Yes,
good morning, Vintage. Vince. Hello. How are you doing? So by the way, this is Dawn from Two Hip Chicks. I don't know if you. She's also on the Holla Dollar.
And
I've seen Dawn around a lot.
I'm around a lot. There you go. That's the best way to put it. I'm around a lot.
And I'm gonna put this out there. I won't get myself in trouble, but you guys in certain things you guys have been around, and for you guys to stand up, and even Dante as well, for you guys to stand up for Cameron, it actually touched my heart when you guys were all on that show. My brother, has a partner. However, I'm supposed to say it. Sometimes you don't even know what to say anymore. Right. But it really touched my heart when you guys all came together and you guys were there for him. And that's it. I'll leave that alone. But I just wanted to tell you guys personally that really touched my heart when I seen you guys all do that. And I know it was really sort of to give an awareness, of course, and because of the month, of course, but it was also to support Cameron in my eyes. So thank you guys for that.
And it was great that Dante had even reached out to us, because when he reached out to me, the first thing I could think of was let me get him to go to Dawn too, because Dawn and Mary did the very first week of the month. They would do something every show where they would give a lesson. Somebody would give what the colors of the flag mean and things like that. And so it is a subject that a lot of people don't want to talk about. But again, it's getting to that point where, again, it's easier to talk about in a way that it helps people understand the right ways to talk to someone. And I can always say it's not what you say, but how you say it. Yeah. Veronica says she's 15 away from 600. So if anybody can help her out and check and see if you're not subscribed to her, if you go to her channel link and it's in red, guess what? You're not subscribed. Change it to gray. That'll make sure you are subscribed.
For sure.
Yep.
So I was going to say, Leroy, you were talking about tools.
Yes, ma'am.
I love tools. There's an auction house, a local auction house. It's smaller. They do online, but it's mostly local people. And once in a while, we get a box lot of stuff for like $5, which is older, specialized auto part tools where they're on cards. You know, it's like, do you use this for timing your timing on your car or whatever. So they're long tail, but you do sell them. So you can get the right price on stuff like that. I mean, that's new old stock, carded, stuff like that too sells. So if you get an opportunity to buy a box of stuff that you don't know what it is, look it up. It's not that hard. Usually comes with part numbers, right? Usually comes with, if it's old enough where it doesn't even have a UPC, it still has a descriptor on the card. so you can figure out what it is, and you can use Google Lens if you don't know.
I just learned how to do that like 2 weeks ago.
It's great. I love Google Lens. It helped me so much.
Yeah.
Monster High dolls or whatever. I mean, there's just, yeah, it's great. I love it.
Right.
Yeah, and you're 100% right. There's a lot of other YouTubers that will show you like the box lots. Don't be afraid of box lots, guys. What I do is I'll go to a big auction and I take a percentage of the good stuff will go on eBay. The other stuff that is not good enough goes to the flea market for $3, $1.50.
Yep.
And if that's not something that you're into, once you know what you're doing, you paid $5 for that. If you sell 3 parts of that and you just get bored with it, there's a reseller within 50 miles from you that you could give it to, and B, you could give it back to Goodwill.
James, put your link in the chat as far as the new auctioneer call of Blood, Sweat, and Sales.
That's right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. How are you and Mary doing this morning? Is she having her coffee yet?
She's having her coffee, and then she's jumping in the shower, and she will be down at noon.
That's right, 12 o'clock. Talk a little bit about that for your channel.
So, okay, noon Eastern time, Mary and I get together and yak about all sorts of things that mean nothing, but it's a midday break. So, once in a while we drop some knowledge, but usually it's just about life. And
is your channel, could somebody put that channel in the link, please?
Two Hip Chicks. Also want to say, Adam,
I probably am subscribed already.
Maybe so. You just never know, though. That's what's good about checking it. Adam had his show every Wednesday night, and I was his guest last night. I had a good time. It flew by so fast because the questions were constantly coming in the chat. We basically talked a lot about antique boots and things like that. So if you missed it, go back and check it out. There's the link for it, and give him some watch hours and help him with his channel. Yenzer is only 10 away from his 300 mark. So there's his link. Check it out. I will be a guest on his show this Monday night with him and Angie. Check it out. They just started with guests. They just did their second live show.
Mm-hmm. And I just dropped the chip video, so go check that out.
Oh, that's right. That thumbnail this one, I have it in my watch list. I love those boxes done. I look for those one items that pay off the whole box, and then the rest is pure profit. You're right about that. True that.
Love those.
Let's see. Everybody else is saying good morning. Hello. I missed something. What? I hit a milestone last night. What's the milestone? Let us know. I know you were having some problems with your channel, but I'm glad you're back. If y'all haven't checked out his channel, make sure you put your link in the chat, by the way. He does a lot of singing cover of music, so check him out.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And again, don't forget to put your links in the chat so that others can check to see if they're subscribed to you. I just want to say so much great info. I am lurking and working. Great stuff here. Well, thank you so much, and I'm glad you got a chance to make the show. We do this Monday through Friday. Every day is a different guest, and then what I like about it is that everybody brings something different, and you just never know what you're going to learn from a different a YouTuber, whether they're doing reselling on eBay or any platform. It gives you an idea of things to think outside of, as some say, the box or the circle, whatever is yours. Affecting Pearls, good morning, hello, and welcome.
Box in a bag, whatever it is.
Hit 500 subs. That is awesome. Congratulations.
Very cool.
And James just put the link in the chat. So if you haven't checked out his channel, there's the link. Let's make sure we keep him over the 500 and give him a good cushion. Yeah. Ashley was at 506 and it dropped to 502. Well, we're going to help you get there and keep you over that. And that's what we do here. We help each other. Yep. So with that being said, I see my numbers are going up and down. And so I want to thank Leroy for coming in and taking the time to come on and take his time to come be here today with y'all and asking questions and answering questions. So this gave you a little bit of an insight, a little bit more about Leroy and his channel. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start rounding it out. And so I'm going to go with Dawn first and let everybody know about your channel, what shows you have and what times they are, and that new video you have coming out.
Okay. So noon today. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, if you're bored, you've got nothing to do, you want to take a break from listing, you want whatever, come grab a bag of chips or whatever, grab some lunch and sit down with Mary and I and talk about anything that comes to anybody's mind in the chat usually. So we don't usually have an agenda. We're just there to talk about reselling and life. So noon,
every Tuesday and Thursday, and there's James just dropped the link for y'all.
James. Thank you so much. James and
All right.
Jennifer, if it weren't for you two, we wouldn't have links in the chat anymore. I swear.
Exactly. And Perfecting Pro says she's getting close to 500. So check out your channel and see if you're subscribed. Leroy, go ahead and let everybody know about your channel and what you have going on and what we can look forward to.
My channel is just lives right now. I prefer to be followed on Instagram. I do try to do 2 or 3 things a week on Instagram. And again, guys, I appreciate this. I'm super excited. I don't know how I'm going to go to work today because you guys got me amped up. I am like super amped right now. I had no coffee. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free. Don't pester me, but please feel free to message me on Instagram.
There you go. And also you can find his channel. It's in the link and it's also in the description bar below. Also, don't forget every Monday through Friday is a morning show here at 9 a.m. Eastern every morning where I have a different guest every day. Tomorrow is going to be someone who, I'm not going to say who it is. I'm just saying we do have a guest again tomorrow. And so if you're interested and would like to promote your channel, please reach out to me because I do have some dates available for this month, not many. But I do have some, and I'm already starting to book for August. So if you're interested in wanting to become a guest, and I would love to have anyone who would just want to promote your channel, that's what we do here. We try to promote your channel and get ideas of something that you may be doing that you may not know or realize that can help someone else. So with that being said, reach out to me. All my social media is in my link tree in the description bar below. You can also catch Leroy's channel link in the description bar every day that I have a new guest. I will put that information in the channel at the bottom of the description. Remember, every Friday morning, I do have a new featured channel every week. Yes. So look out to see who that will be tomorrow, and that is going on for 1 complete week. I just saw a comment. Mr. Pinky, hello, and welcome. Good to see you. I need to see, and I think, where did that link go in the chat? Here we go. I want to make sure I'm subscribed to that channel because I know who you are, and I think, yep, okay. I'm subscribed. Okay, I just like to make sure. And also, hello and welcome, Texas. Where did it go? There we go. It flew on me. Texas Sparkle Boutique. Hello, good morning and welcome and good to see you. There's Kevin. If you haven't checked out his channel, there's his link. Before we leave, please make sure you drop your link because the chat does go up with the video when it goes live. But also remember, you're first in the chat on any lives. You make a comment, you get a pie point. Those pie points add up at the end of the month. If you go to the channel, once the video goes live up on my channel, and you can go make a comment in the comment section, you get a pie point. And at the beginning of the month,
you got to stay there.
You got to stay there. That's right. And so if you go live and you go into somebody's chat and you're in there for a while before they start, and you leave and get out of there and you don't come back, you leave before it goes away. So you might think you might be first, but when I put that live on and I hit live chat, if you're not first on that list, you don't get the pie point. And then again, at the beginning of the month, I give all those names on a wheel and I give away 4 boxes of 12 count of different flavors of moon pies. And that's every month.
How many moon pies have I lost out on because I jumped out to do something else, mistakenly shut the window, and I lost out on that opportunity?
Exactly.
That person.
Adam has a question you missed. Let me go back up real quick then. Let me see. Adam had a question. All right. Can I jump on and talk about the Wheel of Friends? Yes, come on in. The link is up there. Come on in. And while you're there, I'm going to put Patrick on because he just came in while I was running my mouth.
Patrick. Well, hello there.
So, yeah, you can come in. Anybody can come in at this time because once we end the show, you can always welcome to come in and talk after the show. Yeah, Adam, come on in.
Patrick.
Hey, Patrick, how are you, sir?
How are you doing, Patrick? Hello? Hello?
I'm muted. Why, yes, hello.
No voice.
All right, I'm waiting for Adam to come in so he can talk about something he's got going on. Adam, you're more than welcome.
How are you, sir?
Patrick, thank you again for the chips and the chip opportunity. I appreciate it.
Oh, I thank you for the review. I appreciate that, kind ma'am.
It was great. In case anybody didn't see it yet, I sample in a little bit of Patrick's video in there, so it turned out okay.
It turned out good.
Late night effort.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. And Leroy, thank you for the tips and everything this morning, man. I mean, awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
I thank you, and sorry I was a little excited.
No, it's awesome. It is awesome. I mean, and just being able to see you know, it's one thing to sit here and talk. We can talk, but when you actually see how it's being executed, I think that is so, at least for me, you know, I'm more of a visual learner. I need to, you know, knock it over my head a few times, but that's
and
awesome,
I think what was good about that was we talked so much about it, and then, because normally I don't share my page, but then when we actually went into it, every single thing that I told you guys was written right there.
Yep, exactly. All right, Adam's coming in. We'll give Adam the panel so he can talk about what he's got going on. Welcome, Adam. Can you turn your phone?
Hey, how's everybody?
Whoops.
There you go. All right, go ahead and talk about what you want to talk about. Cover.
Does that help?
Go ahead. Yeah, perfect.
All right. I got to figure this out. Sorry. All right. Sorry about that. So, I just, I don't know how many of you know, this is so weird, sideways on the phone.
But it makes you on the screen so you don't have that black spot on both sides.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm sitting on the right side or whatever. So I know some of you have followed kind of our journey and seen what's going on, but my wife is going through the process to rule out a few different types of cancer, and we don't have great health insurance. We basically get 2 doctor's appointments a year, and everything else is private pay. So I've been working with a couple of other YouTubers trying to come up with some good ideas on how to raise funds, you know, to help her out and make sure she gets the care that she needs. And Victoria and Paul Philly Flipper and I have been, we've come up with an idea. We're calling it the Wheel of Friends. I put a video on my channel recently kind of explaining it. And what we're doing is we're asking for donations to get your name on a wheel, and we're going to give away at least 5 giveaways. I actually think I have more than 5 already because some people are donating some stuff. The Jarhead Entrepreneur just messaged me this morning. He's going to give away a free custom embroidered hat. Victoria Closet J, a box of Pokemon cards and goodies. We have a copy of NCAA 2014 for the PS3, a few restaurant gift cards, and even more stuff coming in. But if that's something that you might be interested in participating in, we sure are grateful to the love that we've been shown by this community. And I just wanted to share that with you. I can drop a link.
Are y'all going to be doing, is this going to be something y'all going to be doing?
That video for more information.
Okay, don't forget to put the links in the chat because others are asking for it in the chat. So definitely make sure you put the link in the chat.
Oh, certainly, yep.
Going on. I see James dropped your channel link. Definitely. Do you know when y'all going to be doing that, or y'all still working out the details?
Yes. Yep. It's going to be August 1st at 8 p.m. and we're going to do it on Paul's live channel, Philly Flipper live channel.
Okay. And so and also don't forget to check out the video. You did say you put out a video on that. Can I donate my mystery box?
Did you get that?
Can I donate a mystery box? How would I do that? And we lost him.
Oh, we lost him.
Hello, Cameron. Good morning and welcome. Adam, if you're in the chat, New England Thrifter wants to know, can they donate a mystery box, and if so, how to do that? So if you can, put your email or however you want somebody to reach out to you to help you with that. I know you did a video, but definitely put your links in the chat for that. Cameron's in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Adam, I have some stuff you can have for the giveaways. Message me on Instagram. I believe, yes, Adam is also on Instagram if you want to reach out to him. It's Adam Hartman Made, and he is on Instagram with that name. Tonight on this channel, Paul and I are doing an auction on my channel at 6 p.m. Pacific. That's, I think, every other Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure how that's working. But there's, if it's on your channel, don't forget to put your link in the chat, Cameron, so that everybody can go and check out it and set the reminders. All right, so we'll go on around again real quick. And We did Dawn. We did Leroy. Okay, Patrick, let everybody know what's going on your channel and what you have planned for the week.
Yeah. I did a show to about 2 o'clock this morning, and I'm up. So, yeah, Late Night Live with Patrick Murphy. That's right. Every Sunday, 12 a.m. and then, well, I guess technically Monday, 12 a.m. and then Thursday, 12:30 a.m. Late Night Live with Patrick Murphy on my channel.
Late
also,
night.
I know, late night.
Yeah.
And then I'm all around. I'm in different people's channels like Collecting Chaos, Horizon Picks, Diecast Comics, Darth Gorgira. I'm just all around. You can find
every other week. Okay. All right. And Tom, let everybody know what's going on your channel and what you have going on in your neck of the woods.
Hey guys, Tom Cruise here. Many of you know that I'm partnered with Westside Gary. He and I do Saturday night auctions, 8 p.m. Eastern. Most Saturdays, we're trying to fall into a rhythm to try to get them in every Saturday. But first, want to say what's up to Leroy, a fantastic guest, Johnny. Leroy is just an awesome people, and I could tell that I can't wait to get to know him more. The man is seriously passionate about what he does, and props to him for all he's accomplished. And I know for a fact, I have a good intuition about people, and I know Leroy is going to be successful. In
oh, yes. Oh, yes, definitely.
But thank you for having me on.
Thank you for coming in. And James just joined us. And hello, Victoria. She's dropping links as well. And again, there's the information. You can send information. I see Adam's been dropping his emails, his Instagram, and things like that to get in touch with him. If anyone would like to be part of that way you can reach out to him as well. There's Victoria also putting in comments and dropping those links. James, what you got going on in your neck of the woods?
Well, it's a beautiful day outside, but this afternoon I'm going to have a premiere of going through the Merida Mall, the main mall here in town.
Right.
And hope everybody can join me. So yeah, I definitely I'm gradually growing up in the subs, but I need hours. So,
right.
Yeah. That's what I got going on.
And that's at what time today?
This weekend will be Buenos Dias Merida. It's just a half-hour show on Saturday and Sunday morning at 8:35 Central, 9:35 Eastern.
Right. And what time is that you're going to have your premiere today? 2?
8 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, wow. That was awesome. All right. So definitely check it out. He's been dropping the links in the chat so that we don't miss it. And if anybody has any questions for Adam, he's got all his information in the chat. You can reach out to him in any way you can. I know he's reached out to me, and I will get back with you also, Adam, on that. You and I had talked about on Instagram, and I'll get back with you on that as well. Again, remembering that the link is at the top of the chat if you want to come in and join us after the show. And like I said before, in each and every show, and again, don't forget you can reach out to me if you would like to be a guest on the show, and I would love to have you. And as I say before, in each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another until we meet into another chat. Have a fabulous and blessed day. Until we meet again later.
Bye guys. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Talk more with you after the show, Leroy.